What is up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. This is the Ramage Show, and this is the Packers Lions post game show. And we got Jimmy Christensen in the building. You know what I mean? Had to pull him away from his busy lifestyle,
Yeah.
and get him in here. But dude, what a terrific win, dude! Like words can't
Yep.
describe how happy I am about this win. Like we're gonna get into this. We're gonna have a lot, but I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the show, of course. Quick Trip, you know what I mean? Tailgating needs. Don't worry about it. You go to Quick Trip. They sell glazers. They sell cheese. They sell brats. They even sell deodorant. You know what I mean? They got it all covered over there at Quick Trip. So head on over there. And if you got to, you got to handle the business. They got a clean bathroom. And that's important to me, Jimmy. I'll tell you right now. But also, yeah, you know what I mean? You got to have that. And Nicolay Law, if you get injured, Nicolay Law is going to take care of you. Your insurance companies are being weird. You're not working. You're not getting paid. Nicolay Law is going to make sure you get what you do. And they're going to do it very, very well. Shout out to Russell Nicolay and the whole crew over there holding it down for the injuries and whatnot. But anyways, here we go, Jimmy. How we feeling, dude? How are we feeling? I want to get this comment first because she was the first comment that I don't know if it's a he or she, but Nickel 709. Okay. Jacobs put up some respect on that after game interview. I'm hyped for this season. I think I saw a little bit of what Josh Jacobs was saying, and he was like hyping up Jordan Love, saying Jordan Love, people are saying this and that about him. But and I've been saying the whole offseason too, he was hurt last year. So they're talking about that. And he had like 11 interceptions. They act like he threw 20 interceptions. He had a horrible year, and it was like they won 3 games. So like it's just crazy. But yeah, dude, Jordan Love, he is that dude. I've been saying it. But Jimmy, so let me hear your thoughts on the game. How you feeling, bro? Are you happy? Are you jacked up?
Dude, that had to be the best way you could start the game because it wasn't just it wasn't a nail biter going down to the last field goal, which honestly, I thought it was going to be tough matchup against a really tough opponent. And yes, the Lions had 2 different coordinators. They're still a very talented team with a lot of weapons on both sides of the ball. The Packers just flat out dominated. The offense line, it took a little bit to get the run game going. It didn't matter because Jordan Love was back there cooking in the first half. I think he had 185 yards halfway through the second quarter. And then the second half of the game, Josh Jacobs gets going. And that defensive line, take out Micah Parsons, who was just fantastic in his limited snaps. They dominated. Again, you got to keep going back to that word. They dominated the Lions offensive line, and they took advantage of rookie and inexperienced interior, doing stunts, getting them uncomfortable. And dude, there's no better way to start the season. You already have people on Lions media, people saying oh, I thought wins didn't matter, Packers fans, in the regular seasons. It's what are you doing right now? Dude. You were saying we both flipped. You said last year how regular season wins are important. We were bitter because we lost and said it doesn't matter. Tell us when you win a Super Bowl. We kicked your butts. Yeah, of course we're going to be happy and say how we dominated you because we did. You got a garbage touchdown, which albeit very beautiful catch. That thing was sexy.
Oh, yeah.
But if you take it away, you had 6 points. You had 6 points against this defense who it's just, you guys suck today, dude. We won. I don't know what you want us to do. Be upset that we won.
Down, bro.
Dude,
beat them down. Like you said, dude, that was a garbage touchdown at the end. There was this wasn't close. It was I thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't really have a prediction this week for some reason. Content creator, not making game predictions, whatever. I did a halftime prediction, dude. I made a video with Natalie from WXX at Lambeau Field for a halftime show kind of thing. Just screwing around. And we predicted a halftime score. And I said 17-3, and I was right. I've never felt more smart in my whole life. I was like, I don't know why.
That off.
She said 35-31 or something crazy. I was like, she had
both teams are scoring 70.
Yeah, she's yeah. But anyways, she's awesome. But yeah, dude, the Packers just handled it, dude. I don't know how many snaps Parsons had, but whenever he was on the field, it was never some players you're like, oh, is this guy in there? Parsons in there, you're about to find out Parsons in there because they're mentioning him. He's getting pressure. So he had limited snap count. So what are we thinking? All right, because I thought about this back injury situation. I felt like it was Jerry Jones leaking that after the trade to make everyone say, I won the trade. The Cowboys fleeced the Packers. They're saying the Packers didn't know about the trade, about the injury, which is just, come on. They gave him a physical. They talked to the guy. It wasn't they know the situation. I'm not saying he doesn't have a back injury. I just feel like they were trying to make it seem bad, like he's not going to play. People were in my Facebook comments, And this morning, like, oh, you think Parsons so great, but he's not even going to play. Like, he's freaking playing. Like, why wouldn't he freaking play? Obviously limited snaps, but even without a back injury, it kind of makes sense because I don't think he was doing a lot of training camp stuff. So they're cautious. Like, hey, we don't want, you don't want to get a new toy and then break the thing. I've done that.
My kids do that the second I buy a new toy.
Yeah. So, like, I think that they worked him well, and it worked out well. They put him on third down and, passing situations. And it was just great. Dude, I'm so jacked. I want to get to some comments over here. I don't want to talk. Oh, my, died right there, Jimmy. I'm going to get to some comments over here. And this is a show for the people, Jimmy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you're watching live, be sure to subscribe to the Matt Ramage Show on the audio podcast, Spotify, Apple, all the places. And this is going to be on there too. So, you can listen to this after you watch it. You don't want to do that. All right. So we already got to that one. With the win today. Okay. We already got to that one too. We're going to get some new ones. What a statement game. Beautiful. All right. Offense, defense, and special teams all played well today, and we will get better. The ceiling is very, very high this year. Yeah. I feel like the whatever expectations you had for the Packers this year, like ramp it up a little bit, dude. Because this team is going to be balling. All right, here we go. Green Bay out the gate, showing out, baby. You know what I mean? How about the Packers, Micah freaking Parsons? Cheers, guys. Yeah, and dude. Like, what can I say, dude? I made a post on. I said Lions started 0-1 in the division. How embarrassing! But
yeah,
the thing is like I hate all that. Like, oh yeah, you only won one division game last year, and that was kind of the whole talking point. But like now it's week 1. Last year doesn't matter. They always talk about Packer fans talking about the past, but the Lions fans, all they do is talk about, oh, we won the division. Like, yeah, all right, cool banners and all that. But like
there's a difference in like when we talk about the past and they talk about the past. Like we talk about Super Bowl wins that are like historic for us and huge moments. They talk about winning a division. So like, yes, we are going to bring up Super Bowl wins because it's a big deal. It's a huge difference between that going 15-2 and losing in your first playoff game, just like we did last year. So it's like, yes, we both talk about the past. One of our pasts, actually something to talk about. The other, a waste of breath. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too much.
Yeah, and like we don't they act like we talk about the past all the time, but we recognize we have the 13 champions, and like we talk about, but not like we're sitting here talking about Super Bowl 31 like nonstop. It's just stupid. But Jesse's in the chat. Shout out to Jesse, always leaves good comments. Gary Van Ness and Parsons. You can focus on blocking Parsons, but you can't block them all. That's the 3-headed monster you need to really truly challenge for the title. You can't double Parsons because the others will destroy you, but you can't, we can't see the whole comment because it was limited, but I bet the rest was pretty awesome, Jimmy. But like, it's true though. Like if you want to, double Parsons, well then Rashawn Gary and Van Ness and these guys are going to get after it. And you're putting up so much like attention over there. And then if you don't, even when you do, he's still getting there. Yeah. Like, and it's not just about sacks, it's about pressures. Like, I don't care about sacks. Sacks are good. They're awesome. But I would rather have like lead the league in pressures and like don't have many sacks than whatever, because pressures are so important. They make the quarterback throw when he doesn't want to throw. They make him make bad decisions, throw it before he wants to throw it in bad bad positions and whatnot, and you get interceptions. So like the Parsons is huge in his defense. It's crazy how big because everyone was saying one player doesn't win a Super Bowl. Like, dude, one player can make the whole defense better. And not just because it's not just his tackles, his sacks, what he's doing. Like you say, he's making Rashawn Gary better. He's making everyone better. Like it and the secondary too, because the secondary is like that kind of that weak link kind of deal. Yeah. But when you got pressure on the quarterback, they can look pretty slick. I'm absolutely, dude, I'm jacked, dude. 1-0.
Yeah.
All right. So leave all that division, can't win a division game talk at the door, bud. And then tomorrow night we got Bears and Vikings, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah. So what do you think, Jordan Love? We kind of talked about that before about like all the trash he's been getting. What do you see Jordan Love doing this year? Like, you see week 1, you see one body of work, and the Lions are a good football team. They got Hutchinson back there. They got some players. It's not like the Lions are chumps. That's what makes it more exciting. We beat up a good team. Now, maybe they win 6 games this year, and if they do, I will take full credit for the Packers. I will say because sometimes that happens when you lose week 1 really bad to like a division rival or whatever. I mean, it happens to the Bears. I felt like a lot of years, or maybe it just feels that way, but they were just sucky teams. But like I feel like that can really kind of impact you. And then going into next week, maybe you catch an L, and then maybe your confidence isn't whatever. But the question was,
What I got you. Yeah. What I think about Jordan Love.
Hey, I'm gonna grab a beer while you talk. I got the Bluetooth on so I can hear you.
All right, I got you. Yeah, no, Jordan Love, you had the start of the game. Like, he did have that little whoopsie throw to Tucker Kraft. He was open. He overshot it. After that, though, they're like lights out. He followed it up with the third down pass right on the money to Dontavian Wicks. And then you go there, that 2-play, 65-yard drive where he nails Dobbs wide open, going on that deep post. And then right after that, a beautiful play. Wicks fakes that pick and then turns to catch a route. And Reed is wide open for a touchdown, just beautifully placed. And we even saw it at the end of the game, too. The one, I think Romo was on the broadcast saying, like, I'm not going to call it a drop. It would have been a tough catch. Jordan Love put it exactly where only Jaden Reed could catch it. It did go through his hands. It would have been a tough catch. It's what you're in the NFL for. Make tough catches. Jordan Love, dude, today he was cooking. And, like, people are going to give him – the broadcast said a little bit, like, oh, he gave up on an easy first down. He was doing an RPO. And he gave it to Josh Jacobs. I think it was 3rd and 1, where he went 3 and out after in the second half.
Yeah.
But also, if it's 3rd and 1 and your running back is the monster Josh Jacobs, I would hand it off too, because Josh Jacobs is insane. It didn't work out that time, but like, you can't fault him for that decision.
I was pretty hard on him that decision during my stream. No, because I just felt like the running game wasn't working right there.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, because I think Josh Jacobs, I have full faith in Josh Jacobs. I think Josh Jacobs is the ball. I think Josh Jacobs is probably the most important player on the Packers team. Like, he's a leader that sounds like, and like, he's a beast on the field. But I just felt like in that situation, the running game wasn't going that well. 3rd and 1, I'd like to see like a play action, like hit something on flat. But like, I'm not even that good at Madden, so like,
I get your point though. Like, it would have been the best decision to do that, but like at that point, they did 2 running plays, gained him 9 yards. And so he might have.
Yeah, I get that. It was starting. He felt like they were starting to vibe with it. Like, all right, no, we got it going now, baby.
Oh yeah, and you can't predetermine what you probably did in that moment. But at the end of the day, if your biggest mistake is trusting Josh Jacobs, I'll take it. And he did almost mess up. Obviously, that branch interception came back, but then before that he almost threw that pick to. That is Jordan Love. You're going to have the incredible highs, like that 2-play, 65
yards. That was a bad throw.
And then you're going to have those moments where he's on the ground like this, like, oh, yeah, that was a Brett Favre moment. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, he does that. One thing, like, I was worried in that moment a little bit about, like, could this fall apart? Like, because I think that's what separates good teams, like great teams, from, like, bad teams, is that when something bad happens, you almost throw a pick. You don't get rattled. Like, you keep your composure, let's not do that anymore. Not like, oh my God, what did I do? And then all of a sudden they're making mistakes. So when bad things happen, you have to come up from it. And they did that. I mean, they didn't have a lot of bad moments in this game. The second half was a little bit. Do you think that LaFleur was too conservative there coming out of the second half? That's what a lot of people in my chat were saying.
Coming into the second half.
In the chat, let me read this comment real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but it matches what I'm saying. Got a little too conservative. This is Gregory Jack. What's up, bro? Got a little too conservative with the play calls too soon. Jacobs bailed Matt LaFleur out with some hard runs for first down. So, yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it's a tough spot. Like, yes, hindsight, probably a little too conservative, especially because Jordan Love was cooking him in the first half. But then when you also think about this Lions team, to that point, was like destroying us on time of possession. And our defense held, and they held the whole game. But you could also understand, like, in the back of LaFleur's mind, it's like, we're facing a talented offense. At some point, our defense, it's not that the defense is bad, but the offense always gets one usually. Not today, but usually. So it's like, I can understand him trying to take some time off and get Josh Jacobs going. But that is, as good as LaFleur is, and I love LaFleur, top 5 coach in the NFL in my mind, that is his downfall. Is sometimes he gets a little too conservative. But on the opposite end, we went for it on 4th down to kind of ice the game a little bit, because that turned into Josh Jacobs' touchdown. So he had that too conservative, and then he just got ballsy when he got into the red zone. It was like, no, we're not going to kick a field goal. We're going to try to ice the game, and they did. So I think it's ebbs and flows with him, but at times, no, definitely too conservative.
Yeah, I think Matt LaFleur. I love Matt LaFleur. I think he's a great coach. I'm glad he's a Packers coach, but yeah, sometimes he does get like weird with the conservativeness, but then, like you say, other times he'll do like some ballsy thing. I'll say it right on the record, I don't like those end around runs.
No,
that he does, whatever they are. And I don't think it's technically an end around, but like those type of runs in Madden, I would never consider one of those. First of all, I'd suck at them. But the Packers do break some off once in a while. So I feel like it's like the gambling thing.
Yep.
It's like, you lose all this money, but that one time, you won, 10 grand or whatever. So now you're a gambling addict. And I feel like that's what it is. He's like, he has faith that it can work. But when it doesn't work, it's like a big loss. That's why I don't like it. You guys hear my dryer go off?
I did hear that, yeah. Hey, your clothes are clean, dude.
I thought it was a buzzer, like, shut it down, shut up. But all love to Matt LaFleur. This is the hype moment, so we're not going to talk about the negative. But so what are you thinking? We talked about Parsons. Matthew Golden. I don't have the stats up here. Actually, I do. So we can kind of run through these. I'm not going to go through all the stats, but I just want to see what he did. So Matthew Golden, okay, where he is. 2 receptions, 16 yards, 8-yard average. But what do you think about him? Obviously, there's not a lot to go on. But what do you think about the Rook and his first start?
Yeah, he did everything he needed to. We saw it in this game today, and this is the Packers MO. We're never gonna target one person. I think it was in the first half. Like it was almost like 8 completions in a row were all to like 8 different receivers. Like we saw that. I could have made that up, but we had the first half. We had 8 different people.
Making stuff up, dude. No one's Googling.
Yeah. Thank you. We had like 8. We had 8 different people catch the ball in the first half. Like Brooks had one. Tucker Kraft, obviously that beautiful touchdown. Reed was getting involved. Wicks got involved. Dobbs. Sims
all of them
caught a pass. Musgrave. Like it was insane. Like it.
We got all of Williams. Fitzpatrick. Like looking at the stats right here. Like everyone. Like Dobbs had 2 catches. Jaden Reed 3. Wicks 2. Like everyone that they spread that ball around. And I think that's the best way to do it. Like when you have a Devontae Adams or like some superstar, you have to force the ball to. I think something that's worse for you than having competent guys. Obviously, you want to have a stud. That's the point. But like there's been years with the Packers, like that offense is ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and sometimes it would just like in playoffs, they're just forcing it and it doesn't work. Because then when you have a corner that is really good or a team that can kind of shut that down, it sucks. So like being able to just throw it around, no superstars, no egos or whatever. I think that's good, but they got a ball like last year, a lot of drops. This year, I'm saying it right now, probably won't have one the whole year.
Yeah, I'll believe that right now because I want to. I'm on a high, so 0 drops, dude. It was 0. I think the biggest thing today was we finally showed we can beat man coverage. Like the Lions right away were like, you guys couldn't do anything against man coverage last year. We're going to do single high man coverage. The Packers tore them apart the first half. So like we showed we can do that. Obviously, it's just the talent improved a little bit. Golden definitely adds to that. And LaFleur is he's up there with the Sean McVays, Shanahan's, O'Connell, as much as I hate to give Vikings credit.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what Ben Johnson can do as a head coach. But dude, LaFleur's up there, man. Like he will call you a great game plan. And yeah, I'm with you, dude. Right now, I'm riding a high. I'm not going to be
feeling good right here. I wish I had the music.
Just start doing this.
Yeah. I got all these sounds I can use like for my streams, but when there's a guest, I can't do it because I got the headphones on and it don't work anyways. But yeah,
go for us. Turn on some music only you can hear and get jiggy with it.
I don't need music, dude. Just my own thoughts in my head to make me dance. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is a good point right here that D line makes up for our cornerbacks. It does because if you have a secondary that's not as elite, it's easier to cover for a shorter amount of time. So if you got a pass rush, obviously we talked about that before, but I don't think it can be said enough, Jimmy.
Yeah,
you got a pass rush. How many sacks do you think Rashawn Gary gets this year?
He had a big one today on that, pushing him to like the half-yard line. Man, I'll give him at this point. There's a real world where we have multiple people over 10 sacks. Yep. Just like you bring in Parsons, Van Ness, Gary. Like there's a world they just wreak havoc. And like the most beautiful thing is on those third down pass rushes, they don't take Van Ness off. They move him inside. You have him, Wyatt, who's a better pass rusher than run defender. And then you have Gary and Parsons on the outside. Like that is a nightmare for offenses. Yeah. Like it's insane.
This is probably the best team in the NFL. Like I really believe that. Like I'm not saying that they're the best team in the NFL, but like they have a great start. And what I saw today, and like what we watched today, I think should make everyone think that everyone in the NFC is on notice. Like I guarantee that the Eagles are seeing it. I'm not saying that people are scared. They're like, oh, the Packers, but I'm saying that they're not. All right, that's a contender. that's someone that we're going to have to deal with. You know, no teams are scared of other teams. They're not acting like
oh yeah.
But definitely, like even like when the Lions came up, when they started doing their thing, everyone was like, all right, that's a team we have to worry about. I'm not sure that's the case anymore. I think their window, you know, kind of slam shut. Their window is like one of those windows, like if you live in a really old house. Yeah, like open it. You got to prop a piece of wood in there, otherwise it just shatters down and breaks everything. That's like their window. It just slams shut. Packers destroyed their hopes, destroyed their dreams, and the Lions are 0-1. Imagine not winning a game in your division. I couldn't imagine that, Jim.
And the best part is, after tomorrow, there's going to be 2 people in our division that have 0 wins. So
yeah, and so it'll probably be the Bears. I'm thinking the Bears and Lions 0-1, Vikings and Packers 1-0 is what I think. And dude. So what do you think? Moving forward, Thursday night.
Yeah,
with this game, because we talked about this in my stream, on the game stream, which you guys all should watch. And if you listen to the podcast, I do a live watch party for the Packer games that I don't go to, and you should watch them. Anyways, but see, I forgot what I was saying now. That's what happens, Jimmy. I get sidetracked.
You're talking about Thursday.
Oh yeah, Thursday. So do you think with this being like a really physical game, because I mean, I'm not sure it was as physical as normal, but when you play your rival, especially the Lions are kind of known for being really physical, do you think that is going to affect Thursday? Because it's a quick turnaround, and I feel like all division games are like very high, you know, energy and high, you know, so I feel like it takes a little bit out of them, so that the next week you might come off and slump. But what do you think? Because they have a tough one on Thursday.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We open it up very tough. Like, we go against Lions, and then you go to the team that beat the Lions in the playoffs, made it to the NFC Championship with the Commanders. It's going to be a tough game. My biggest worry going into that game is just Zach Tom. Like, it's going to be a short week. We're probably going to have Kennard. As of right now, his hip injury, we have no idea. The Packers sometimes are conservative, so you could see Kennard starting at right tackle. Granted, the Commanders don't have the most insane pass rush, so we probably will be able to get away with it, but you can't have an adrenaline dump. Like, having this game where you're playing the best team in the NFL, or the best regular season team in the NFL last year, put all your energy into that, and then you come out sluggish on Thursday. Like, we have to find a way to make sure that same energy we had today, it's at Lambeau again, be insanely hyped up, and make sure that you're going to stop Jaden Daniels, who is a better quarterback than Goff, because you have to bring in the run game now. And the Packers in the past, not as recent, struggled against rushing quarterbacks. And so, like, that's something, it is a new dynamic. Goff is insanely accurate on time. We made him uncomfortable today. But now with Daniels, he does really well against the blitz. He's a mobile quarterback. It's a new challenge. So they have to make sure they're coming into it, not getting like me and you were like, oh, Super Bowl, we win. Yeah. You guys all suck.
I know.
Like, they have to make sure they keep their stuff in check, and like, oh yeah, we still have to prove it, because they can start the season 2-0, completely crushing the narrative of last year. Like, they're a good team, but they can't beat good teams. Like, they're the good team that always beats teams worse than them. We have a chance right now to change that and start off 2-0 against 2 playoff teams, which we did not do at all last year.
Yeah, and beating Washington is big for the playoffs. Like, when all the seeding is happening later on in the season, we'll see what happens. But like, this is a big game. And like you said, starting off 2-0 against the Lions and Washington, those are 2 teams that are good. You know, the top teams in the NFC. And just let everyone in the NFC know that we ain't coming for popcorn. We're coming for the whole thing, baby. I thought that was gonna sound cool, but it didn't. All right,
I thought it sounded great.
Chat over here. Yeah. Dustin says, who else was worried about Love when he went down funny on that scramble? Yeah, that's the thing I want to talk about. All right, so Matt LaFleur, you know, he's an avid watcher of the Matt Ramage show. I want to ask you, like, do y'all practice sliding? Like, I don't know. I think he might have slipped. At first, I didn't think he slipped. I thought he was trying to slide, but kind of just did it funky because the guy was coming up quick on him. But if he did slip, it probably saved him, because the dude was about to rock him, like they mentioned on TV. But I was worried at first. I was like, man, that's how you get hurt. That's how you can pull like some leg stuff. But yeah, that was definitely a concern. What were you thinking when that happened, Jimmy?
Dude, my heart stopped. Like, I legit I was like, oh, he did something to his leg, because his leg got all funky. He just,
and like, even his face said, like,
yeah. It was not a great moment for me. Then he got up just totally fine. I was like, that was the most unathletic slide I've ever seen in my entire life.
They said he slipped on TV, and when the replay happened, I was like, hey, he might have slipped. Like he was trying to maybe go for the slide, and his foot slid out. I mean,
yeah.
I assume that they were asking that in the press conference. Like, what was that about, bro? Like,
yeah,
what happened? You know, he'll go home and his wife will ask him about that. Like, what were you doing?
Yeah,
y'all don't
honestly,
slide.
That's a moment where it's just like, please practice it. Don't ever do that again because that was
we need a healthy Jordan Love this year. I think. What do you think the ceiling is for Jordan Love this year? Like, what do you think? Let's talk about that. Touchdowns. Like what we got here. I don't know how many he's got right now. How many throw today? Anyways, how many do you think he gets? He threw 2 today, so just multiply that by 17.
Yeah, there's a real world. Like he is I'd say like around ceiling is like 40 to 45. I think like realistic is honestly multiply it by 2. There's gonna be games where he has 3. There's gonna be games he has 1. I think around 35 touchdowns is for him. And Jordan Love's ceiling has always been MVP level talent. It's just the problem is it's not even a problem. His floor, and we saw it last year, even when injured, he's a top 12, 13 quarterback, which you can still win a Super Bowl with if you have a defense, which surprised everyone. We got a defense.
Yeah. So we got a defense, baby.
Got a defense. So like his ceiling is fringe top 5 quarterback. His floor is 12, 13. As of right now, what we've seen out of 2 years. And with Love, like all it takes is one season where you get hot. You can win the MVP if you're seeing like if you get hot, usually break through this. Like you look at Lamar Jackson, him and Josh Allen played better than Mahomes last season. Overall, Mahomes is probably a better quarterback. It just takes one season where you just play out of your mind like Lamar did last year, like Josh Allen did last year. Are they the best quarterback in the NFL? No, Patrick Mahomes is. It takes one season to put yourself at that level and go on a crazy run. So Jordan Love, he has all the talent. That's what everyone says about him. It's just being consistent. And until we see him be consistent, we're going to have those questions. But he's in year 3 of starting. It's going to take a little bit of time. You look at Josh Allen. He didn't become Josh Allen until year 3 or year 4. So it's the same. It's the same thing with everyone else. Mahomes is a unicorn. He came on his first year starting and won the MVP.
He's like,
no one else is going to do that. He was like, oh, you guys are little league. I'm dominating right now.
He's like, I didn't realize I was so awesome. But so let's talk about Dan Campbell. All right. So Dan Campbell, I think, is a great coach, and I actually like his press conference. He showed love to Lambeau Field. Like he's a football guy. You know what I mean? He's a football guy. So I ain't got no hate for the man. But like he lost his offense and defense coordinators, and I think there was other coaches in there too. So like, do you think that this is a problem for Detroit, where Detroit could slide, and Detroit could be? It might take them a little bit because I think they'll come back. I think Dan Campbell's too good of a coach for not to come back. I think the culture in that locker room is going to be so good that they'll figure it out. But do you think that it's a problem? Maybe it's going to take time for them to learn the new. I don't know if it's a new system or what they got going on. I didn't really pay attention to that stuff. But like they got different faces running the show. So do you think that the Lions could just have a trash year?
I mean, it is always a possibility getting 2 coordinators. I think the biggest thing right now is it's going to take the coordinator some time. I think talent-wise, design is probably up there with the Glens and Johnson. Like, I'm not saying they are those 2. I don't think it dropped drastically because they've been in the system. I think the thing the coordinators are going to learn is just the timing. Because we saw that from Glenn and Johnson last year. Like their biggest thing that they had was just the feel for the game. They knew what time to call what play. And I think that's the same thing we said with Jordan Love. It comes with experience. Give them 8 games where they're feeling out when to call what. Like they're going to be a fringe playoff team or like still competing for the title. I would be surprised if they drop down just also because of the talent on the team. I would be surprised if they finish like clearly out of the playoffs, but I think just give the coordinator some time. I hate to say it because I would love for the Lions to go 0-17 and be the first team to do that, and we could just dance on their graves. I just think it's one of those things where they just need to – the coordinators will get a feel for the game, and I think even when they get a feel, it's going to be a step back from last year because you lost 2 coordinators that are better than the 2 coordinators you have now. So I don't want to give them too much credit, but – I think they'll
get to put that stamp on at the end.
Oh yeah. In Thanksgiving, it will be a different team than we faced week 1. It's going to be a different team, but it's going to be the same result. Like we're going to dominate them. Like it's it is what it is.
Yeah, I think that that'll be good. I think that they're gonna have some struggles, probably like a slowish start. This
Yeah.
might kick them in the butt, though. They might be like, they might come out next week and just blow up. I don't know who they're playing,
Yeah.
but
Well,
they
we
might
saw
just.
the Bengals last year. Like they started super slow, and that kicked them out of the playoffs. Like if you we say, and I say too a lot of times, like week 1 doesn't matter as much, and it doesn't because things change a lot. Like the Packers are going to look different in week 16 than now.
Oh
But
yeah,
if
for
you put
sure.
yourself too much in a hole, you can't win your way out of it. It's
Yeah,
like you start
yeah.
0-1
You don't
now.
want to play catch up like that.
No.
You know what I mean? All right, I want to get to a comment over here. Shout out Matthew, great name, bud. You know what I mean? Said I believe we will have a top 3 defense, offense top 5. We got to take some losses in between before the playoffs. I said we lose about 4 games, maybe 5. Who do you think we would lose to? I think that I think they're winning 14 games this season.
Oh,
That's what I
damn.
said. And I think
There
I
we
said it
go.
before. I think I said it before Parsons was. I think I might have said 13, and then when Parsons, I said 14. Then I was like, well, I think he's more than 1 win.
Yeah.
But I think I was kind of high to begin with. You know what I mean? I feel like
I was saying I got in my notes. I think I went 1, 2, 3.
Jimmy's professional. He's got notes.
I did 13 and 4, which was my prediction this year.
Yeah.
The teams I had, we had 4 wins to start the season, and we lost to the Bengals. I might change that after today. I did the Eagles. People are going to hate me for this. Vikings, we tend to split with. I did give one up to them. And then I just did Ravens at the end of the year. But that could be when we get in the Super Bowl, we return that loss.
Is that the last game of the season, the Ravens?
Second to last.
Second. Because I wonder if the Ravens might have everything locked up at that point. And who knows what the Packers are doing. I assume the Packers division is going to be a little more close. Even with this, I still think the Lions are probably – I don't think it's going to be easy, like with the Packers are going to start winning and then float away off into the, like those days that we had it where we were always kind of had it locked up early. I don't think that's going to be the case. But dude, we got a super chat over here. Doug Hype in the building. I don't have the super chat, $2. This game felt like the 1990s. Lambeau was lit. Yeah, let's talk about that. Great comment, Doug. Appreciate you. Lambeau Field seemed to be rocking.
Yeah.
Like these fans, like when Parsons jogged on the field, bro. Like I wasn't even there, and I could feel the excitement flowing through old Lambeau. Wearing the old number 1. Fans were jacked up. I felt like they just erupted. It seemed like it was louder than normal. I don't know, people who are there. I assume we will hear about that. But like I felt like that stadium was rocking. Fans were into it. I think Parsons, he's adding so much excitement to his team. What do you think, Jimmy? Is it Packer Nation ready for what's about to happen this season?
It was insane. Like that is what you want Lambeau to be, and it's honestly what you expect Lambeau to be. One thing, and I've said this on Lombardi's Bar, shameless plug.
Yeah,
I get so pissed off when LaFleur has to say in press conferences, hopefully Lambeau shows up. I need Lambeau to show up. That should just be a staple. We should be an insane place to stay. And I get to play. Like I get we're a landmark for a lot of NFL fans. They want to travel to us. It shouldn't matter. Like our fans should be loud. We should be that 12th man that the Seahawks had during their Legion of Boom time. We always have had good teams in my lifetime, at least. I can't say for the past. In my lifetime, good teams. It should be insanely loud. People should be standing up. The players should feel that. And on third down, quarterbacks should not be able to communicate what play they're doing. They should not be able to communicate the snap. They should have to be on silent count. It just should be what it is. And hopefully with Parsons coming and us playing at a high level, it changes. But we gotta get back to this a scary place to play.
I think Lambeau sometimes isn't quite as loud as because some of those season ticket holders are like, a lot of older people. I'm not trashing them because they've been going to games for their whole lives. And I mean, a lot of them, going to games, whatever. But
they should be able to go and enjoy the game. Like you said,
and they've been doing it since the 80s. You know what I mean? So it ain't no disrespect. But I think that is kind of what it is. But I think today, dude, they were jacked. Matt LaFleur kind of said it. I saw a quote where he said, week 1 is kind of like a playoff atmosphere. Yeah. You're playing a division rival just because the excitement, the fans are. I think when they say that, they mean like how the stadium is. But yeah, that stadium seemed to be rocking. Lambeau Field, let's keep it going, dude. If you're going to games, get loud, get nasty, not too nasty. Don't get weird.
Yeah, not to opponent people. Let them enjoy the game.
Yeah,
get sloppy if you want to. Throw little jabs in there.
Get loud with it. All right, so I want to get to a couple of voicemails I got. All right.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
And I want because like I only got a couple, but I want everyone to call in, leave voicemails throughout the whole week after the game, whenever, and I'll use them every week. Every Monday, I'm going to do a live or probably I don't know if it'll be a live stream, probably a podcast, but I'm gonna play these calls. But you can leave them throughout the whole week, and we'll do it. If I'm getting calls, I'll use them all the time. Jimmy, maybe we'll do a weekly thing. We'll see, and then we'll just answer. I think the voicemail thing is so cool because I want people to be a part of the show. I don't want to just be talking all the time. I mean,
do you give your personal number out, or is this a
no?
Oh, thank God! I was gonna say, Matt, do not do this.
No, I got I pay for a number. Yeah, big bucks, bro. It's like $6 a month.
You know what I mean? Crazy.
All right, so let's get to it. The first one, Doug Hype in the building. He was there for the live watch party. Yeah, I think he gave me like $12 today through Super Chats. I don't know how much, but shout out to Doug Hype. He was on my podcast. He's a good guy. He gets hype. But we are going to see if we can figure this out here. Hopefully you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear it good.
What's up? This is Doug Hype. How's it going, Ramage? Did you know that the NFL Red Zone now has a 4-up split of Aaron Nagler, Corey Benke, Tom Grassi, and Matt Ramage doing the Truffle Shuffle? Bet you didn't know that, bro. Go, Pack, go. Also, did you know the Lions are going 0-16 this year? Bye-bye.
Doug Hype. He meant 0-17. But yeah, dude, Doug Hype in the building. Normally when I do the call-in shows, I'll have it on my soundboard I got here, and I'll do it like that. But when I got a guest, we got to do it on the phone. But shout out to Doug Hype. Yeah, dude, excitement brewing in the air. So let's get to the other one over here. My boy Kevin, he gave a call, dude. Shout out to Kevin.
And that defense is flying. You got Love dropping bombs. And then finally, Jacobs just tearing through the hole. Man, it's going to be a great season. This is your boy, Kevin.
This is my boy, Kevin. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, that's all I got this time, but that's what we're trying to push out. Call in, because I think the call-in show is going to be awesome. I can't do a live. I was going to do a live call-in show, but I just feel like people are going to call in and say some messed up stuff. And I was
going to say, people leaving voicemails. Don't put swears in there, and then they can be on the show. If you swear, you're going to be out.
No, because a lot of people, I know it's hard to believe, Jimmy, but some people don't like me.
No way.
On Facebook, and I can see them just trying to crash the show and but I'm going to get to some comments over here. We wrap this up. Gregory says modern stadiums are designed to trap noise. That makes it harder for Packers fans to generate that kind of noise. And I agree with them, because the stadiums, they even like Seattle, it goes out in a bowl, but it kind of tucks in. It's still a stadium. It's not a dome, but it kind of let that sound that they're trying to trap it inside the stadium. Packers don't have that. It's just straight up and straight out.
And we don't pump noise like other teams do.
Oh yeah, have a lot of teams pump noise, and I guarantee. You hear quarterbacks talk about it. I think Brady said about the Colts. He was talking to Manny one day, and he's like, "Yeah." He said something like, "Oh, they're playing this song. They play a lot of things over those speakers." I remember.
Not wrong, Brady. Not wrong.
All right. Rowdy Preston says the first third down when Parsons went in might have been the loudest I've ever heard Lambeau. Yeah, dude, for real, dude. I was thinking that too. So Parsons goes in third. Everyone sees him on the sideline. Everyone knows he's not in the game. Everyone's thinking about it. Everyone's watching. When is Parsons going in? And then when he finally goes in, and that crowd just erupts and goes crazy. You think about what's going through his head. Dude. He's like, bro, I got to do something. I can't slip right here. I can't.
And he did, dude. He did.
Well,
he
got
caused
pressure.
The pressure to make. It's just that man, even before he got the sack, the interception caused pressure in Goff's face. Evan Williams, beautiful play. That was a beautiful jump the route. You caught it. But, dude, he made an impact. And then we looked, too, on that after Gary got the sack, they were real close to their end zone. They try to do – I don't know if it was they pulled the center went up right away to the linebackers. The guard didn't pick up his assignment, went to double team Parsons. And that's the effect that you have because of Micah Parsons. Players make mistakes because they think, I got to make sure this monster doesn't get in there. And then it leaves 10 on 9 at that point. And the Packers have too much talent not to take advantage of 10 on 9. And it's, dude, Parsons, man, that is a Super Bowl changing player right there, man.
Dude, I want to say it right now. I know Micah Parsons is watching this live stream.
As he should.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I know you got traded, and I don't know the decision making, whatever, but like, dude, thank you from all Packer fans. Because I don't, not that he's the one that's going to win the whole thing, but he's such a key part of it. He makes everyone better on that defense, makes the secondary better. The whole defensive line is going to be good. And dude, I think it fires people up too. Like everyone on that defense believes like we can be, a top tier defense, not just because of him, but he's such a great addition. But respect to all the other guys too. There's other guys, but Parsons, dude, there's a reason, dude. Which I think is funny because like as soon as he got traded, everyone's like he ain't even that good. Why do Packers have so many haters, Jimmy? Why is it? Because like, dude, I remember everyone like when the Packers played the Cowboys in the playoffs, they're like, oh, Parsons he might murder Jordan Love. Like I got all these comments. Everyone was talking about how great he is. And then you hear about how great he is. And I knew how great he was. I don't even watch a ton of Cowboys games, but like Parsons was the real deal. But then he goes to the Packers. They're like, nah, he ain't that good. Which I think is a stupid thing because like Hutchinson plays for the Lions. No Packer fans are like, he's not that good. Like just saying someone's not good doesn't make them not good. Like everyone was talking about it. Like, oh, he's got a bad back. You guys got Fleet. And they just want to talk. But like they can't talk no more. You can't talk. You can talk. Okay, his back injury. All right. He got a sack. He got pressures. Like he helped this game tremendously in week 1 and the whole team. So everyone is talking trash about Jordan Love. Oh, because all the comments I always get, oh, is Jordan Love still your quarterback? All right. Yeah, he is, bud. He is our quarterback. And he's about to pop off this year. This Packers team has been one of the best teams in the NFL this year. We'll see where it ends. But, dude, the Packers are a freaking problem. If you're in the NFC, let it be known, baby. The Pack is back. The Pack is back, and they're taking over. The NFC North is already locked up. Lions got that whooped, stopped out. Dude, all the Lions fans talking this whole week and this whole offseason, but especially this week, about how the Packers are going to get rolled, and any post I had, they're chirping. I ain't seen one since. They got quiet. They just going, they're going back to Michigan. I see a lot of Lion fans say, no, I got no hate for Lion fans. I like to rant sometimes, though.
Oh, yeah. I had my buddy of mine, he's a Lions fan, and he commented, I put it on thing because when Micah Parsons and one of those run plays, he stopped the edge, he contained it, and then he threw Sewell on his butt, like just tossed him down. Most beautiful thing in the world. And then he comments like, oh, what has he done since? He might as well be back in Dallas. The next play was Parsons. It was a covered sack, no doubt. But it also took Micah Parsons running from the opposite side of the field, chasing him down and sacking Goff. And then it's just like, oh, he had all the time to throw. It's not a real sack. No, it's a real sack. It took that effort to go there and sack Jared Goff in the backfield as our secondary was doing their thing. So Chucky Anthony, kudos to you. Enjoy second place in division, you dork. So and
maybe next, by tomorrow, they're gonna be in third place.
Fourth. Might as well put them in fourth.
Because someone's got to lose tomorrow, so there's gonna be 2 0-1 teams. But yeah, dude, it's not just, dude, it's the whole team. Yeah, that's why it's a problem. It's not just like Micah Parsons show. Like the offense played great. I'm excited. I feel like watching this game. Tucker Kraft's going to be a problem this year. And I'm not saying that he balled out, whatever. I don't even know his stats, but just that the way that they went at him, I feel like that he's part of that game plan this year too.
Oh yeah.
I think Tucker Kraft's about to have a monster year, dude. I love that dude.
And he got under Branch's skin enough. Like he dominated him on that block. Branch took his helmet off out of frustration and then throws it. It's like, that's what you need him for. You do. It's not even dirty. It's just, you do the gritty stuff that like is in the rules, and then you let the defensive player get pissy and do something dumb. But I do have a question for you.
Well, what do you got?
Do you think this insane, incredibly dumb, sportsman-like conduct stuff is going to last all season? Because that penalty on McKinney, where all he was doing was talking, and then the Lions player bumped into him and they talked. That happened 8 times during the game. No other penalty. And it's that one. And it's players on both sides. I'm not just saying the Packers got screwed. They didn't. The Packers did it after that. The Lions did it after that. But at what point does the NFL stop players from talking trash to each other? That's part of the game. You want them to run into each other, risk their health and brain health to entertain us, and you're going to get upset because they talk trash to each other. Like, do you think that's going to last all season?
No, I feel like it's kind of like that with the Clay Matthews back in the day. Remember when they had that thing they got into quarterbacks getting hit too hard or whatever, and Clay Matthews was getting all these crazy penalties. And then it kind of just went away halfway through the season. Like, all right, let's scale it back a little bit. I feel like that's going to be the same thing. But it's stupid to me because the NFL is saying, all right, we want, dude, to play in the NFL, to be like a defensive lineman, like you have to be an insane human. Like you have to be a madman. And offensive line too. You are going at each other, just big, huge, grown men. And they're all that's going on. They're fighting, all that. And then when the whistle blows, they expect them like, all right, hey, fella. No, they're gonna. There's emotion to it. Like they're gonna get. If you're not touching, like who cares? I mean, if someone's saying despicable things, the ref hears it. Like, hey, your baby, whatever. Like they're just talking. I get that, but like if you're just getting up and be like, you ain't got nothing on me. Oh, you got nothing. And they, kind of headbutt each other like they do. Like who cares? Like that. That's stupid. Taunting should be like for like egregious things when it's like crazy. Remember, I think it was Ronnie Lott back in the day. I remember this as a kid. He drilled some guy coming across the field, popped him, boom. Dude went down, he was actually hurt, and he dropped down and gave him a 3-time, boom, like he was a ref in wrestling. 1, 2, 3, he's like, you're out.
That you throw the penalty for.
Yeah, that guy was like, he was dying on the field. He was starting to twitch around a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, that's a penalty. Hilarious. I mean, hopefully that guy was all right. I'm sure he's, it was a long time ago. I think we're all right. But
maybe.
But yeah, like I taunting shouldn't be a thing. This is professional sport. This is big boy land. Within reason, it should not. They should be allowed to talk. You score, first down or something. You should be allowed to look him right in the face and be like, yeah, I did that to you. Your mama saw that. Like you should be able to do that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what I would say if I was an athletic person.
The frustrating part is, and I think Gregory put it in the chat too, it's not called with any consistency at all. Like it's all just objective by the ref on like what he wants to do. Or subjective, whatever the adjective is there.
Subjective.
Just whatever. Yeah, subjective by the ref. Whatever he wants to do at that time. If he thinks like, oh, that was too far, I'll throw it. And then a few plays later, similar things happen, and then nothing. It just, it's going to get frustrating. It's going to be the same thing as when they try to do challenging DPIs. And everyone was like, this makes no sense. And then it's insane. Hopefully they stopped it. I'm with you. I think it's going to stop after week 3, maybe week 4. They'll finally slow down. And it's a division game. These teams hate each other.
Yeah, they're
the
going to
Lions hate the Packers. The Packers hate the Lions. Things are going to happen. It's just
whatever. And that's what they want because they want that fiery competitor. Like they advertise it like that, and then they're like, well, if you do anything out of whatever talking, we're just going to throw a flag. Like no, it's stupid. But we got some comments over here. Steve-O in the building. It's big boy land. You are so right. Yeah, absolutely, dude. These are grown adults. Almost died, Jimmy, dude. Why does that happen to me? But
twice in one show, dude. I'll get 911 over there real quick.
Yeah, I felt it coming too. I was like, oh no, but yeah, I mean, they're adults. I mean, no one's getting their feelings hurt. Like I say, within reason, let them play. Don't soften the game so much. It's irritating. But we're gonna wrap this thing up. The Packers start off 1-0. Lions are 0-1. Just imagine having an L in the the loss column in your division.
I guess we'll never know. In the words of
we'll never know. Not in this season. We'll never know. I should make that a video. And I'm like, just imagine if the Packers lost to the Lions on week 1 and had a loss in the division, and then just cut to the video of Kanye. I guess we'll never know. I'm gonna make that video. But thanks to Jimmy. You can catch Jimmy on Pack a Day podcast. You're on there. Is that twice a week now?
Yep, I'm on there Fridays and Sundays. I'm on those episodes. And then I also do Lombardi's Bar on Wednesday with Todd and Dan at 8 p.m. Central. So you can check us out on YouTube, Twitter. It's fun. It's a little more uncensored than this. We get a little dumb, but it's a bar show. So
Lombardi's Bar is I think one of the better shows. You guys
you were on there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So,
I had to host it, which was awful, but I appreciate you sticking through that.
Hosting. You're a better host than me. I was like, oh, he must really think I suck. He's on my show. I'm like, oh, this guy's a crappy host.
Anyways, I like the show. I can just drink and talk. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, it's so much better being a guest on someone's show because you don't have to care. I mean, not that I'm stressed out like preparing for this thing. I just watch the game and then talk about it afterwards. But the Packers want to know this season, bro. This season, every Packer fan, I'm talking to you. Be excited. Be jacked. Don't let the media tell you not to be excited about this team because I feel like that's what it is. I feel like the media hates Green Bay because it's a small market. They're always trying to get Aaron Rodgers out. They're always trying to get the superstar players that we have, and they're always trying to get them out. Oh, they should go here. You should go there. I feel like they don't like coming here for games. I think some do because they Lambeau Field, but I just feel like they're always quick to like trash on the Packers. So this Packers team is special. It's one win. It's one game. But the future is bright, dude. Let's go out here Thursday and catch another W, Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Let's go, dude. I'm about to put these down for it.
Oh, yeah. Ready, now we know it's serious, bro. Now we know it's serious. Hey, we're out of here, dude. We're wrapping this thing up. We got some good music here. It's not playing, though. Oh, now it's playing.
Oh, there it is, dude.